Dear friends, and welcome to Mystic Star Magic. I'm hoping you are having a great day so far and great start to the week. So today we are doing a fun love reading, and it is all about what they wish they would have told you, or basically what they want to tell you. So we are very excited. I'm very excited to do this. So this is going to be pile 1. Very excited. Just connect to their energy while I show you all the different piles. This is going to be pile 2, and it's going to be, I could already tell it's going to be a fun reading. I actually love, so when I do the toppers, I just sort of like, I shuffle and I ask, which ones are going to be the best, and I'm hoping that's what comes out. And I could already tell that these are going to be interesting, interesting things that are coming through. So I'm very excited about doing this. And so if you are new, welcome. If you're one of my older friends, thank you for coming back. So let's go ahead and just take a deep breath in. Close our eyes, connect to their energy, maybe a song that you like, maybe just some show that you like together. I don't know why I'm getting that, but just connect to that energy. And now as you exhale and open your eyes, choose whichever pile draws you to it. All right, let's do pile 1. All right, so you chose the Daffodil Narcissus. So rebirth and new beginnings. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. So that's just a beautiful start to just kind of go into our reading. So it's sort of like, I think one of the messages that we're getting here from your person is that new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. So to me, it seems like what may seem like something that is like over may not be as over as we think. But let's go ahead and see what they wish they could have told you. Okay, or that they can't tell you, basically. But like something that was left unsaid. Look at that. All right, let's go with this. And this is Moonmouth Goddess Once Upon a Dream Oracle, and this is my Electric Love Oracle. So yeah, and it actually you can actually see what it's being said here. Painful endings, and so that is actually important because we do have here something that is important that we are seeing here. It's sort of like the grieving here, discarded, but then the dark night of the soul. So to me, that this grieving is totally saying that they grieve the connection, they grieve not being with you, because this is like that's what I am seeing here. And that in many ways, either they admire your faithfulness, or they are, even though they're not together, somehow there's a faithfulness here that comes from both of you. You're still somehow together, or still the energy is available here. Now, the important thing here with this Ghost Woman and the Hunter, sung by Lacuna Coil, you're moving on, we'll never be apart, just drain my tears, I cry aloud. So it sort of feels like you're being discarded. It feels like there's this sadness, this grieving. And I could even say that it's almost like different, your energy and their energy here. It's sort of like you're both, there's a sense of moving on, but look, we'll never be apart, right? And it's sort of, apart. Yeah, to me, it's like apart, like being apart together. So you're still together even if you're not together. Does that make sense? I don't know, but that's sort of just what I'm seeing here with this faithfulness. And now, here we have Welcome to My Life, sung by Simple Plan. And so it's sort of like no one's ever lied straight to your face. No one's ever stabbed you in the back. You might think I'm happy, but I'm not. I'm not going to be okay. And so it's the dark night of the soul. So a message that I'm getting very clear for you is that, from them especially, sort of like they may seem to think like people might think that they're happy, but they're not. And that, and sort of like, even if they played it off as like, oh, I'm going to be just fine, right? This is like, this doesn't mean anything, or this doesn't feel, I'm not feeling any pain. There's like a lot of pain. I feel like you both felt that pain. You were just more honest with it, and they were much more good. Like they were much better at hiding it. And they are going through a dark night of the soul. Like not being with you is a dark night of the soul for them. And it feels like, you know, like, it's funny because you thought that they were moving on, but really it was you who kind of moved on, and they kind of stayed stuck a little bit. Let's see what more is coming through here. And this is the Love Lenormand by Be Love and Tarot, as well as her fairy tale dream oracle. I'm like, this one is going to be retiring soon. So if you like it, go get it on Etsy. All these oracles that I just showed are available on Etsy. So we have Lily, sensuality, morality, wisdom, birds. There's a lot of gossip. So there's a lot of like, so when I see the birds, it just makes me feel like maybe there was a lot of outside interference, like a lot of like maybe gossip, a lot of like other people just butting into, you know, everybody, like into your business and maybe their business. They had a lot of interference here. There's a sense of Lily, and so Lily is very much, yes, sensuality and moral and wisdom, but another thing about Lily, there's the sense of innocence, and I feel like that's something that they like very much about you. You have the sense of innocence. You have a sense of, how do I say it? You see the best in them, and I think you see the best in people. And there's this sense of, oh, yeah, I can tell the attraction. I hope this like makes sense, but it's almost like they're the bad boy kind of, or like, you know, and you're like this very sweet, kind, amazing person, or at least that's how they see you. And so it's something that they want to say, but they weren't able to say it. I do feel like a lot of people made them doubt themselves, like, and doubt that you could actually like them and be with them, and that the connection could actually thrive, even though, because I feel like you both were a little bit different, but that was really, I would say, a superficial difference. Rather, inside, you were very similar. There was that's what I'm seeing here. So we have the Knight, so protection, honor, neglecting your own needs. And then we have the Apple, fertility, rebirth, and temptation. And rebirth comes back again. There's a sense of almost like a re-beginning, like everything here. And so I feel like with this Knight, they were trying to be honorable. I feel like that's what I'm saying. Sort of, no, it doesn't make sense, but I feel like they were trying to be honorable, or, you know, like somehow in their minds, this was like what needed to happen. Like I said, they just don't feel like they're worth it. But I feel like you are a temptation here too as well. Like there's something about you just that keeps tempting them to come back for more. All right, let's go ahead and see what the tarot has for us. So what do they wish, the collective group person, one person, wish they would have told them? And so I do personal readings. If you do, you know, if you are interested, information is down in the description, or you can go do it through Etsy. Yeah, and I also do Reiki for connections. So see what they see. That's what I want. They wanted like this. To me, it really just feels like they want to offer you something again, or they wanted to offer you something. Overwhelmed. Okay. What do they want to say to you? There's and I also want to say with this yellow, if you actually like, there's a lot of yellow around you. And for me, I feel like the yellow is really, I feel like they lacked confidence. Like there was like lack of confidence. Queen of Cups, that's you. I'm kind of like seeing the story of where they wanted to offer you something. They wanted to make it something like substantial, real, but then they felt overwhelmed. This 10 of Sticks, and like I said, to me, this 10 of Sticks is really actually other people butting into this connection, or everybody. I feel like had a say, something like they had to put in their 2 cents here, and so then the sense of walking away seemed like it was a good idea at the time. Like they didn't want to walk away, but they felt like they needed to. Maybe there was like a lot of choices. Maybe I feel like I keep almost like it's like static, like everybody just saying things, whispering into their ears, and it just confused them. I really actually feel like that was me for them. And the Queen of Cups, like I said, it's sort of like you are giving them your heart. Look at that. Okay. You see how there's like a lot of, there's a lot of cups, right? And there's a lot of tens here. Like there's 2 tens, but both of them are pretty intense. So maybe another part of this is that they wanted to go slow, or they couldn't, like, you were a queen and they were a knight, that's for sure. And then they were just kind of gathering together. But they saw there's a sense of like I really do think that they thought of you as much more like either advanced spiritually or like financially. Somehow there was like a big gap that they just couldn't, that they felt like they couldn't actually put together. And so bring together. And so they ignore that again. Like you were giving them this love, you were giving them the sense of something like this Ace of Cups, really fulfilling, but they turned away from it. And so we have the 6 of Cups here, which is sort of like their memories though. Like even if they're walking away, even when they walked away, even if like they left everything, there's still like such good sweet memories here for them. It almost feels like those good memories hurt them. But I also feel like this 10 of blades, 10 of swords is almost like all those people that butted in, that kind of, they kind of almost feel like they turned their back on this person. They're like, okay, wow, yeah. I would say like this is not like the most nicest, bad choice of people to be around. That's what I would say to your person. Bad influences. Yeah, look at that. Our defenses are up. Yeah, defenses are up. Coins. Okay. I'm just like, this is fascinating to me. You see this, but they still see themselves as knight. Oof, and then there, like, there's so many other people. Like, I really do think, like, there was a lot of interference here. So much interference. And I could see why there were so many choices. And so I'm going to say, like, I feel like a lot of the choices here, like, those people that were just whispering, like those birds, I really feel like they had their own agenda. Probably they might have had wanting something to do with this person. Yeah, there's like so much female influence coming through here. They put up their walls, their guards up. With the 10 of Cups, I would say, and 10 of Coins. It's almost like they put up their walls up for love and emotions, and instead they just kind of focused on like financial stuff, like on worldly things. They're like, okay, I'm trying to gain more money. For some of them, like, so fascinating, because then I kind of almost see like, then there's like, they might have, maybe some of them wanted to be entrepreneurs. So they started their own thing, possibly. The Knight of Blades here, though, is sort of like there's a sense of action. I feel like it's almost like they keep fighting within themselves, and they also keep fighting external influences. This Queen of Sticks and this Queen of Coins. Yeah, I'm actually like, but I do feel like part of the thing is that this is the bottom of the deck, is that the world to me is sort of like they go through it, like and I see. I think they finally get to it. It's almost like, and so this for me, it's actually more of what's to come. They finally stop listening, being manipulated. That's really what I'm seeing. Like they get manipulated quite easily. Maybe their egos. I feel like it's actually not their egos, but their lack of confidence. I feel like they will eventually come to be this emperor and fix their heart. With this 10 of Cups, it's sort of like, and that it has to do with you here in a sense. It's sort of like somehow I'm in like the 10 of Cups, their fulfillment finally will finally be able to fulfill this. And there's going to be like a sense of the world, a sense of well-being, and finally coming to everything after all that they've been through. Yeah, I know. Believe me, I get that it's sort of like, I'm always like, why are people so weird in terms of they make things so more complicated for themselves? I don't know, but why is it that other people always want to butt into everybody else's business? I have no idea, but I do want to actually see what these Queen of Sticks and Queen of Coins are there, because there's so many. See how so much influence here, and they're always considering themselves a knight. Okay, what is this Queen of Wands doing here? 6 of Cups, remembering. Okay, but it might be with it might also be that they maybe had a child with somebody. What is this Queen of Pentacles doing here? 5 of Swords. Whew. Yeah, see? So, what is this Queen of Cups doing here? Oh, actually very coffee. 8 of Cups. Look at that. Yes. And then again, walking away. And this is the Frosted Petite Tarot by Moonmouth Goddess. And so this 8 of Cups, they walked away from this Queen of Cups, and that for me is all about you. That is you. They walked away from you, and unlike there's like a genuine regret here because of that. They might have, with this Queen, I'm gonna actually clarify that one again. What is this Queen of Wands doing here? So they might have actually had kids with somebody else. Yeah, the Lovers, choices. 8 of Pentacles, working on things. Yeah, so they might have chosen somebody else. And so this is an important thing. Might have chosen somebody else, but again, it didn't work out with this other person either. I know it's again, it really feels like it's somebody who's possibly like a very important figure to them. Could be like a mother figure, it could be something else that kind of just to me, or like a best friend or something that's like, or even not. It's just somebody who somehow wants to manipulate manipulates this person because they want to keep them for themselves. And so this didn't end quite well. There's 6 of Cups again, with this Queen of Sticks. Attraction. Yeah, they might have had this, but nope, it didn't end well. I don't know why they keep on keeping on, but that sort of like, I guess they're trying to show you that they may keep making the same mistakes over and over again. It's interesting to me because it's sort of, I'm like, yes, but you are choosing to follow them. But I think later on, like I said, they finally get their stuff together. Tell me more. What does the collective of group 1% want them to know? Like, what didn't they wish they would have told them? Separation, yeah. Ex-lover and union, okay. Yeah, like I really, maybe this is an ex. Like somebody keeps like interfering, and that's kind of what it is. And yeah, and they lack the self-worth. But they wish that they had the ability to have a union with you. I don't know why that is, but like, why is it that you aren't like that? Mind games, yeah. So I'm not sure if they played mind games. They probably did, but I feel like they also were played mind games by somebody else. Whew. Yeah, stop signs. They were told, like, that's not, like, I don't know how, like, they just were manipulated. They're like, oh, look, that's a bad sign. It just means that they, you know, you're not meant to be. Like, I really, like, I think that that was what it is. But look, they really walked this beginning. There's a sense of this beginning coming through again. And so I feel like, which is interesting to me because they were all into spying. So to me, it's sort of like there's two messages here. There's a message here saying, hey, you know, like, there's almost like an apology of saying, hey, I messed up, right? There's this sense of I messed up, but like, look there, I had a lot of interference, a lot of things were getting in my way here. And so I feel like there's that part of like the message here. This is sort of what they wanted to say. They wanted to say that they felt very strongly for you, that they really, you know, had feelings, but like they were confused. Like there's a very strong sense of confusion. Actually, you can actually see it, sort of like confusion here. And then, but the other message is sort of like, well, there's another message of like, even though they seem happy, they're still getting their stuff together. They're, you know, like getting things together, actually getting action. And I feel like they messed up again. Like they did the same thing they did to you again. Again, it was, there was a lot of interference with that one as well. They have like this negative, somebody out there who's just like, ugh, who's saying that they really want to help them, but they really aren't. But what I'm seeing here is almost like, hey, but I am working towards something here where maybe there's a beginning where I'm going to actually give you my whole heart. They were keeping tabs on you. And there's a sense of like, it's almost like you unlocked their heart, even if they were, again, with somebody else. And they did care very much about this other person, but like I said, they kind of messed that up again. Like, whew. So that's sort of what I'm getting here as their thing. It's sort of like, hey, I messed up. Like, I almost want to say like, oh, they're apologizing and hoping that you still, like, they're working towards being the emperor. They don't feel like an emperor. They feel like a knight most of the time, and possibly a page. Like, they don't feel that they're there, but they are working on it. So that's an important thing. So let me actually see. I'm using my soulmate whispers, to just see what message does the collective of group one's person really want them to hear. I keep replaying the conversations that we had. Yeah, there's a lot of like regret here, and I think that's, nothing happened by chance. We were meant to be. And it was funny because they felt it. They felt that they were meant to be, but then again, like other sources, like especially that like I almost want to say like it's a very strong female figure that they have, just kept on making them doubt themselves. I tried to raise you from my heart, but you will always be there. Yep, and that's that's why I like doing these kind of things, because it's sort of like, this is exactly what this person wants to say, and what they wanted to say back then is it really is that they messed up, but they couldn't have done it any other way. You cannot lose me because I'm always yours and you are always mine. Yep. Okay. See what else? There are so many things I want to tell you. One of them is that I messed up and that I keep messing up, that I'm going through this dark night of the soul, but I think I will put through at the end. And that's sort of what I'm seeing here. Love yourself so you can accept my love for you. And so I actually feel like that's more like their thing, because they're trying to understand. They're trying to get their own self-worth. They don't have it right now. Even now, I can tell you they don't have it. The best things take time. Please be patient. That I do believe that they are trying. Like, they are very slow moving. They're like very slow moving, this Knight of Pentacles, but they are wanting things. Our timing might have been off, but the love was real. And so I feel like they're trying to make the timing right for you now. That's what I am getting out of this. Let me just give you one advice for the collective of group one as we go through this. What advice can we give to the collective of group one? Just with this. Okay. choose love. You always have a choice. Make yours with love. So if whatever it is, whatever choice you need to make, I don't know, whatever it is that it's about, but choose from love, not from regret, not from fear. Definitely not from fear. Choose, make yours with love. Yep. Okay, so I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow, and it helps me come back for more and stay motivated. Thank you. I feel very honored that I was able to read your cards, and I really hope you have a super awesome rest of your day and week. And I am sending you so much love and so much light until I see you in the next one. Bye bye, my dear friends. Hello, my friends from group 2. So you chose this beautiful card, the hibiscus, which I love. So beauty and happiness. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. And so that's by John Keats. A thing of beauty is joy. So when strong message that's coming through here is that your person thought of you as very beautiful, and that you actually brought them a lot of joy. And so the moments that you shared together are not ones that they forget. They can easily forget, and they, even if they tried, they won't be able to. There's something special here about you. Let's see what other things that they want to say to you. Oh wow, look at that. And so we have Moonmoth Goddess, Once Upon a Dream Oracle, along with my Electric Love Oracle, and you can find these on Etsy. And so what I'm seeing here for you is sort of well, when I'm looking at this destruction and in planning, I almost feel like it was a self-sabotage kind of thing, that they sort of destroyed things that they care about. That sort of, does that make sense to you? Whatever it is that they care about, they feel like they have to destroy. They're very, I feel like a very strong self-destructive element here. Yeah. Okay, and then there's also this heartbreak, which we have by My Immortal Song by Evanescence. So your face, it haunts me. My once pleasant dreams, your voice chased away all the sanity in me. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. And so there's a sense of it's just funny. So there's always this sense of regret here. I mean, it was for group 1 too, but there's this it's even more painful because they caused it. It's sort of I just it's when you taste something, when you see something that really changes you. And so this is something that they are saying here. It's you changed my life. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. And so there's they saw the potential. They saw what could be, what happiness was, what joy was, and the fact that they destroyed that really it breaks them in many ways. And here we have I Punch the Walls, but song by E-Town Concrete. And so it's a struggle. It's a struggle that they have within themselves. And they're just it's my heart is racing, trying to keep up. I'm trying to catch up. These walls you can patch up and hide my frustration, but my demons, you can't take them away. Why can't you take them away from me? And so it's sort of there's a struggle, because they just I really feel they feel like they destroyed us. They did it, and it almost feels like they did it on purpose. Very much strong self-sabotage, and they want to get rid of those demons, right? To get rid of all those things that that make them self-destruct and destroy things that they actually care about and hurt people that they care about. Wow. Oof. It's a bit intense here. Okay. And so we have, and this is Love Lenormand by V. Love and Tarot and her Fairy Tale Dreams. So you can find these also on Etsy. So the sun, this is your energy here. Victory, success, luck. It's just that you were this light. You were the light in the darkness. That was them. And they actually saw what that was like. And they still they really regret messing that up. learning hidden truth, secret admirers. No, it's almost like they've never experienced this happiness, this joy before with anybody else, or even in their, like, it feels like so intense here. And so they were able to experience it, and now they are not, and they no longer have it. So like downtime, life reflection, indecision, no, it's almost like, and it's an empty tree swing. It's sort of like this, it's like seeing what could have been, and knowing that they messed it up. Mystery, vulnerability, avoiding life-changing decisions. So maybe there was an indecision, but I don't feel like it was so much an indecision. It was more of a trying to hide away, trying to stay away from this. Because I feel like, as messed up as it is, it's sort of like they were so scared of losing this happiness, so scared of like the potential of being happy, that they, like, they messed it up on purpose. Like, I really feel like they self-sabotaged it so strongly, and they know it and they regret it. And that's sort of like the message that they want to say to you. Like, this is something they wanted to tell you, and they still want to tell you because they haven't gotten over that. Let's see what other things are coming through here. So tell me, what does the collective of group two's person want to tell them, or wanted to tell them, or like what did they want to say? Okay. So it's sort of like you were, wow. And so in even the way they think about it, it's sort of like you were somebody high and they were somebody low, and you were like, it's like they felt like a beggar, like somebody who has to beg for things. And so you were just freely giving. You're so giving, so this brightness and joy. Whereas they themselves couldn't. They just couldn't. And this to me actually feels like love instead of just like affection, like time, everything. And so you were just giving freely while they couldn't. They just held on to it. They had their walls up, their defenses up, 6 of Cups. But they do think about this, and it's a sort of like they wanted to. A part of them really wanted to give you and to share this and to enjoy all this memories and everything, and be there and present with you, and just like it almost feels like they wanted to be carefree, but they couldn't. I guess they have a lot of like back issues. There's a sense of justice, a sense of balance. Maybe you wanted a sense of balance, even though I think you give freely. I think you were just like, there was just a sense of couldn't come through here. Yeah, there's the like, they didn't feel like it was fair, maybe. I'm sorry. Like, then the 5 of Sticks, they fought themselves. They had a lot of internal struggle. Star. Okay, we're starting to see some healing. Okay. Okay, wow. Okay. There's a lot of... Okay. There's some momentum here. There's some things... Oh my goodness. I actually love this. Okay. Yeah. So you to them were like this connection was sort of like a tower, but it was sort of more of like a wake-up call for them. And so this wake-up call, what we were going to say, allowed them, they had a lot of internal struggle. And what I'm seeing here is almost like there's a lot of healing here. There's like the world, they finally, like after this, and maybe they're still going through this inner struggle, but what they're seeing here is sort of like what they want you to see is sort of like they're going to get over this. They're going to, like end this cycle of like whatever this internal struggle with the self-sabotage. There's a sense of wanting to heal, finally getting the King of Cups, finally being able to express their feelings, finally able to like be honest with themselves. And they're like, I want this 10 of Cups. I want this 10 of Cups with you, especially. Like, I really feel like this is really about you. You're like, the message that I keep getting is like, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, that's sort of what I am. That's the message that I'm getting here. And so the Ace of Sticks here is there's a sense of passion, but really for me, the Ace of Sticks, Ace of Wands is a regeneration of sorts. It's sort of like when you think that the trunk is dead and like the tree is dead, and then all of a sudden there's new buds coming out, new leaves, new things. And so I feel like that's what I'm seeing here. And the Lovers here is understanding. This is, to me, feels like very much a twin flame area, like energy here. It's like we have the Lovers. The Lovers is all about, they choose you. They're freely giving to you now. I do want to understand why this Justice card is there. Like, why is this Justice card there? What is this all about, Justice card? Four of Pentacles. Again, like they couldn't give. It's just like they couldn't give. They couldn't say, like this person actually has like their mouth taped off. It's sort of like they couldn't say, they couldn't give you, like they were so afraid of opening themselves up that they just kind of like allowed that. And there wasn't balance in this connection, and they knew it. Oof. And they couldn't say anything. Like they wouldn't allow themselves to say anything. Okay. Any more? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. That we have the ending. It seems like it's an end there, right? There was a lot of pain, but there's like romance coming through here again. It's like no show, Two of Cups, not able to give you the feelings, not able to express their feelings for you. They felt it. They were full of love. They were full of everything, but they weren't able to express it. And that's an important thing, right? Yeah, look at this. Their soulmate. Again, they feel like you are their soulmate. The Lovers, their soulmate. But they couldn't do it. I'm like, nope. They trapped emotions right there. It's like all about trapped emotions. It's like, oh, it's funny because this one really wanted to come out. Is they wouldn't feel like there was lacking of self-worth here. They felt hollow. Like they felt like they couldn't really give you what you needed, what you wanted. But you were very much their good luck. And I feel like they think of you as very much luck. Look at that. Then there's the declaration of love. I really do feel like this person is going to come back and declare their love for you, because it feels like it. They're like, oh, I messed up. But that Tower moment, it really cleared it. It's sort of like very much enlightening. Okay, let's see what messages I have for you. Love yourself so you can accept. I love you. And that's actually the love that they have to do that. They have to learn to love themselves, and they are. The distance between us is torture. Yeah. I miss talking to you until the early morning hours, or just miss talking to you. The reason we trigger each other is so that we can heal. And there's a sense of healing, right? A healing that needs to be done, especially from this person. Because like I said, I feel your energy and love around me all the time. Look at this. When I talk to you in my mind, can you hear me? Yeah, they don't always do it. I'm going to figure out a way for us to be together again. And so this is really just the honest truth. This is how they feel. I'm using our time apart to become a person worthy of you. And that's, yep, that's exactly what it is. That is exactly how, like, it's just, because it isn't like they're not growing. There's a sense of growth here. There's a sense of healing. They want to improve themselves in some way. So let's see what advice I can give to the collective of group 2. Let me continue. Okay. Wow, we have these 2 really wanted to go. So be willing to express love. Express love to receive love. And I feel like that might be for your person. Take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. And again, look at that. That's exactly what it is, right? That's exactly what it's saying here. It's a forever thing. A thing of beauty is joy forever. A thing of beauty, like this, like love is forever. I really feel like that's the message that they really want to say to you. So I hope this, like reading resonates, and I hope you like it. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing. And if you can't, just consider watching the whole video through. It does help also. But just thank you so much. I feel very honored I was able to read your cards. if you are interested in personal readings, I do have information about that down below, or you can do it through Etsy. And yeah, just thank you so much, so much. I hope you have a super duper wonderful rest of your week. And until I see you in the next one, I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Bye bye, my dear friends. Hello, my friends from group 3. I'm so excited that you are here. Let's actually see. I have to say, when I saw this card, I was like, wow, group 3 is going to be special. Because look at this, rainbows and messages. And this is Iris Germanica. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. And so, and I also love that you have 2 flowers here. That to me signifies something here. It's almost like maybe you are star seeds just because of the star seed here. It's sort of like, I feel like you are the light. And this connection somehow is the light. So since it's kind of their message, but whether they wanted to, do it before, or like this is a message that they want to give you now, like what didn't they say, right? What did they want to say but didn't say? And so I feel like that's something what it is. It's sort of like either maybe when you look at rainbows, or when they look at rainbows, or when they look at stars, they think of you. That's right. Like even that, just that's just beautiful energy here. Perfect. Yeah, look at that. Perfect fit. There's a reflection here, and this is Moonmoth Goddess's Once Upon a Dream Oracle, and this is my Electric Love Oracle. And you can find these both on Etsy. Wow, look at that. So somehow I think that you are the perfect fit, but right, we're not together here because we're moving on, but there's understanding in a car crash. This is by Thursday. Actually, I guess this is sort of like what I'm getting called to here. So the broken watch you gave me turns into a compass. Its 2 hands still point to the same time, 12:03, our last goodbye. And so there's a sense here, messages here as well. They still think of you. Like they still think of when there was the last goodbye, when you said goodbye. This is sort of like they still think about it, and there's some understanding. There's an ascend. There's almost like this. Well, a message that I'm getting, I was just like, I wasn't ready. Like they weren't ready for this, right? But it's like after the rain, like there's going to be like something better, and that's the rainbow here, right? The storms bring rainbows. And so we have 45, sung by Gaslight Anthem. Maybe 45 might be an important number, or maybe 9 is an important number to you, 4 or 5 is an important number to this connection. Turn the record over. I'll see you on the flip side. There you go. Turn the key engine over, and the engine over, and let her go. And so it's sort of like needing to let go, not something that they necessarily wanted, because there was a perfect fit here, and then they have the reflection. So this is totally the hermit mode. They're going in, they're understanding things, they're seeing things. It's almost like the hermit, and it's also for me a little bit of the hangman, seeing things from a totally different perspective. And it can only come like after the storm, after the tower moment, I would say. After the ending is only when things come into this focus, into this light. So that's sort of something that they're saying here. Like I realized after it was over, how perfect you were, like how perfect you fit me, right? I'm still holding on. They're still holding on. They're still like the broken watch you gave me turns into a compass. Like it's a guiding light even here, and the stars were also like in the darkest dark, right? In the darkest night, you look for the stars. They're the guiding. Somehow you are their guiding light. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I knew it was like I said it like as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, this is going to be a special pile. And so we have, this is the Love Lenormand by V Love and Tarot. You can find this on Etsy, and this is her love dreams. I'm gonna say Fairy Tale Love Dreams Oracle, and this is going away, like she's retiring this. So if you like this one, which I really do, highly recommend, go get it on Etsy before it goes bye-bye. Okay, so we have naughty, nice, playfulness, mischief, man, masculinity, gentleness, and sweet-tempered. And then we have heart locket, keepsake, holding memories close. Yeah, living the past. They're holding on to the memories very strongly. And here, dragon, facing fears, adversary, calamity. So for me, this calamity is almost like I really do feel like a tower moment here for them. I don't like, I assume there's for both of you, but especially for them, a tower moment that actually made them have to face their fears. And so I think a lot of the fears, comes from this. Like it's like settling down, but it's not just settling down. It's sort of like they're not sure, like the naughty and nice here. It's sort of like which path they want to go on. I don't feel like that was on you. That was more on them. And then there's the man. To me, is almost like the emperor energy here, and it's kind of making that choice, making that action, taking that action. They weren't ready for that, taking that action. They weren't ready to be the emperor, right? Yeah, but they keep those memories of yours, like really, like it's in their heart. I can already tell that. Let's see, what other, like what did the collective group, for instance, want them? Like they didn't tell them, but they wanted to tell them. Interesting. Coins, interesting. Two of Blades. Yeah, you see, this is what I'm saying. Like they have a choice, and even now here, they still feel like they have a choice in many ways. Like they have to make a choice. Unsure of which path to go in. The ego, right? Do they go towards the ego, or do they go towards like something better, something like a reconciliation here, maybe of the Three of Cups. Six, all right. Six of Coins wants to come out. All right, let's see. One more. Give me one more. I always say one more, and they always want to give me. So I think what they're trying to do is find, again, balance to here. And so it's so funny because we have the Five of Coins. So they're trying to go from this abandonment, this like sadness, to move to something better. And I do feel like that's a message that they maybe have for you, or trying to get to. Like that's an important message. They're trying to go from like this possibly not being together. Oh, my friend. Oh my goodness, my friend is here. We'll play in a little bit. So trying to get themselves to here, and that's like an overall arcing message here. Yeah, to where it's balanced. Like they didn't feel like it was balanced. Seven of Sticks. For me, it's wow. How do I describe it? It's sort of like. Yeah, like I hope this makes sense. It's sort of like things didn't really get to them, like whatever it was, they just kind of always were on their own, and things didn't get to them. But you got to them. This connection got to them, and that's an important thing here. The Justice. I think they see it as karma. Maybe they've hurt other people, and maybe they've even yeah, I feel like they hurt other people for some reason. That's like that's the thing. I guess there's this choice between like being naughty and nice for them, like being kind, being nice, being like like do the good route or the other way. And so they're trying to like decide that, and it's really for me like sort of like a confession here. It's like they always just kind of were having like a wall, but it's not just a wall. It's like sort of like a bubble of like things don't really matter to them. And but like I said, that was until you. Good, like the karma came here, and then it's sort of like this Knight of Blades. So It's sort of like they got them acting without even thinking. For the Queen of Coins, which is you, you're just like this, like giving nurturing energy here. They had to fight themselves, right? There's a lot of like struggle here. There's a lot of internal struggle, and they had to like decide, right? The ego, right? Lost victory, or like maybe reconciliation, or like something more with you. I almost feel like they decided to, the Page of Sticks here, nothing wrong with pages, but I feel like they decided to cop out, right? Not something serious, not giving you a king, not giving you an ace, not giving you any of those things. Going with the pages, it's almost like acting immature in this regard here. So they went in the immature route, maybe, I'm surprised it's not even a knight. It's sort of just like a page. It's sort of like they went the immature route. But they still hold your memories very fondly, right? Like the Six of Cups, again, it's sort of like they treasure the memories. Ending, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just like, I want to know more. So like, it's an ending of what? What are we? 5 sticks, okay. 10 of Coins, yeah. And here's the Tower. Yes, there is like a tower here, and there's a sense of balance again. Just funny because there's a lot of like the 10 of Cups seems to come out for a lot of these guys, but piles. Yeah, so death, questioning, I don't know, like an ending, questioning something. Was it worth it? There's like the Tower happen here, and that made them actually almost see like things. Again, there's like a sense of balance. There was imbalance in this connection, and they're trying to get it back to balance. And look at this, 10 of Cups, then 10 of Coins. That's sort of where they're headed, sort of what I'm getting here. Yeah, I really like this. I do want to clarify this Page of Sticks. Page of Sticks, and the Fool, yeah, okay. And then the 3 of Cups, what is the 3 of Cups here? Temperance, I see. And then what is this, 5 of Blades? 8 of Swords, yeah, okay, look at that. And this is the Frosted Petticoat Tarot by Moon Math Goddess. And so the Fool here is, they instead of actually facing things, like I said, they kind of went into this Page of Sticks, they went on into something totally new. Like, I almost feel like maybe they just even, like, they just ghosted you, or just kind of like, were like, whoop, they didn't even bother to have any closure. Temperance here, again, it's almost like you balance it. I really want to say, like, this for me, it's more like the angel. You bring about the good things in them. And so they were choosing between that and the ego and being all like, but they, and actually being the 8 of Swords, feeling trapped in their ego, and that's sort of what they went with. And so I feel like that's something they want to say. Like, they're kind of like, I'm sorry about that. I like this because it's sort of like explaining it to them, and they're also telling us what they want to do, right? There's an evolution here that they're trying to tell us now. Like, I'm like, it was the 5 of Pentacles, right? Which is loneliness, which is abandonment. They might have, like, you might have felt abandoned, but they want something to bring this balance, and the balance just keeps coming out. And they do want to say, like, the karma is like paying them back as well. So mind games, yeah, look at that. Yeah, they played mind games. Oh my goodness. So there is this nightlife here, but it's also like, it maybe that they connect you in the night, possibly in dreams and the such. Beginnings, look at that. Digital connections, maybe trying to connect through digitally, and they're trying to get a new beginning with you. See, but there is, like, I see like a moving on. There was a moving on, but I don't know. This actually, it's almost like a moving on, maybe from who they used to be, like this. I want to say player energy, but it's more than just the player energy. It's almost like this immature energy. They're trying to move forward, right? Yeah, look at that breakthrough. And it was the Tower moment that actually broke through. Finally got to see them. And I See, I'm telling you, there's something about karma that they really want to say, like, karma, like karma is coming here. I don't know. Like karma has something to do with it. 9 more cards. Risk, willing to take the risk. Oh, but now they're actually, before it was all risk. Ooh, I like that. Oh, before it was all risk and now there's strategy. There's a change here, right? Before they used to just be, like I said, sort of like a player, but now there's actually like, I want to have a strategy. I don't want it to just be this. I want it to be more, right? Let's see what actual messages. And so I'm using my soulmate whispers, and this is actually getting retired soon, so if you like it, go get it. My body longs for your warmth. Get that. Ooh, the harder you try, the further away you push me. Okay, and I think that's because they're being pushed away. The harder I push away, the stronger my desire is for you. Isn't that funny? This is totally runner and the chaser energy here. The harder you try, the further you push me away, but the harder I try to push you away, the stronger my desire is for you. Ooh, complicated. Nothing happens by chance. We were meant to be. Yeah, you are the perfect one. They really say that. We didn't come here to save each other, but to love each other. And so there's a sense of loving each other. Like they have to learn. They have to like learn and grow, right? You can't save them. They have to be the ones to make that growth happen, and then you have to let your growth happen. But I feel like they think that you're quite awesome. I wish we were together. I have so much to yeah. Like, oh, they want to tell you about their growth and how they changed. I really feel like that. I'm using my time apart to become a person worthy of you. Yes. And I feel like they are getting there. I don't know why. I just feel like they're closer. I need more time to figure myself out. And they are. They're figuring themselves out. Oh, I like this. I'm giving you mixed signals because if I'm giving you mixed signals, it's because I'm confused by all of it. 8 of Swords. This is too much for them, but I don't know. There's a sense here. My ears ache for the sweetness of your voice. Wow. I'm always being pulled towards you. So no matter what it is, sometimes I wonder if I'm crazy because I always feel your presence. Yeah. There's a strong connection to this. Oh, this is like, I don't know. This feels like a once in a lifetime kind of love. And I don't say that lightly or often. So it's an interesting thing. All right, let's see what advice I could give you for my collective of group 3. Spiritual connection. Yeah, totally. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Yeah, there's just, I don't know. It just is. There's also a relationship. I'm sorry. True love. This love is once in a lifetime. I kid you not. It's just like, okay. And relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. And so it is. I think they've gotten stronger because they recognize that they needed to change. It's not like you know, you have to change and evolve and everything, but they feel like they have to evolve even more. There was a very strong imbalance in the connection, and they're trying to balance it out now. So, wow. Collective of group 3, this is quite lovely. I actually have to say, it kind of like took my breath away with this. Oof, I love it so much. So thank you for letting me read your cards and letting me do this for you. I do offer personal readings. You can find information in the description down below, or you can do it through Etsy. Either way, it's, you know, I'm available. I also do Reiki for connections or for your own healing. So thank you so much for being here. Oof. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and until I see you, see you again. Hopefully you have like things just work out even better, and you get some actual substantial or like tangible messages or something from signs from this person. So thank you so much. Until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends. Oh, my friends from group 4. All right, so you have 2. You came up with 2 things. Oh, wow, look at this. We have red rose, Rosa indica cruenta, which is hidden secrets. 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Oof. And the sacred lotus, which is interesting because we have this is written by Buddha. Sacred lotus, I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna say it. Enlightenment. No mud, no lotus. So, well, first of all, this connection is kind of secret. Just like, we're just going to say it's a secret connection of some kind. But there's hidden emotions, I feel like truths, and that's what we're getting at, right? This is the things that they wanted to say but didn't get to say, or even here and now. So this is important. I like that you have the sun and the moon there as well. So it's sort of like the hidden stuff is always the moon, right? All the hidden emotions, but the sun is the happiness. And you may have gone through, or maybe are going through, something that is not necessarily pleasant, the mud, right? But without it, there is no growth here. Oof. This is beautiful. All right, let's get into more options. Okay. Divine timing is at work here. And this is, I always like to say, I forget sometimes, but Once Upon a Dream Oracle by Moonmark Goddess, and this is my Electric Love Oracle. Both of these you can find on, let's say, okay, so they have options, they have divine timing. Okay, silence. Ooh. So maybe part of this had to do, like, there was a third party, or there was more than one. Like there was a possibility for more them to choose somebody else, right? But it was to do with their divine timing. 9, actually 840 might be an important, or like 8 or 40 might be an important, like, numbers. We have the Cutting Room Floor by Boy Sets Fire. And I know I'm right, but I'm sick of screaming at the walls of silence while you wash your hands clean. And so there's like, maybe, like, definitely feels like there's a silence, like maybe maybe you both disconnected, or you both just aren't talking. But do you actually see there's kind of like a longing here? And then even though here with this, I know I'm right, it kind of brings me not like the saying of what's more important to you, like being right or being happy. And I feel like, I guess they felt like being right is more important to them. And then we have Inexperienced by Sick. We have the Sixth Transit Gloria sung by Brand New. So he is a lamb, she is a slaughter. She's moving way too fast, and all he wanted was to hold her. Nothing that he tells her is really having an effect. He whispers that he loves her, but she's probably only looking for. And it actually goes off so much more than than he can give, or something like that. That's the next phrase there. So much more. And so I feel like that's an actual thing that they're saying here. Maybe they felt that you were moving way too fast, right? Or things were just moving way too fast, and it was overwhelming to them. So they chose something else. They chose an easier route. Interesting. Let's see. We're going to be using the Lenormand, Lenormand by Be Love and Tarot. And we're also using her Fairy Tale Love Dreams, which is a deck that is actually, disappearing. She's going to, she's retiring it. So if you like it, go get it. You can find these all on Etsy, like I said. Okay, so fish. Well, deep connection, ebb and flow. We have tower, isolation, solitude, distance. And then we have castle, private space, high honor, invasion of privacy, cloak, shield, security, feeling invisible. And so what I'm seeing here, it's almost like, ooh, like the deep connection, actually, I feel like that's true here. Wow. I actually want you to see, like, there's a whole bunch of fishes. Water signs, okay. Sorry, water signs. You do have two birds here, though. There's communication, maybe other, possibly could have been other people involved, but they're just, it seems like, and there's butterflies here as well. Wow, there's like transformation. This is a connection. There is a deep connection here. But there is ebb and flow to this. So sometimes you'll be together really close, sometimes you'll be farther apart. Even if you're not together, there's an ebb and flow to this, like energetically. So you'll feel them strongly, and then you kind of don't feel them for a while, and then you feel them really strongly, and then you don't feel them at all. It's and so totally psychic connection. Like I said, very spiritual already. I feel like a part of them also wants to say that they were kind of trying to go, because the tower is isolation, yes, and there is solitude, but there's also a sense of the tower in the Lenormand is actually trying to get higher achievements, like trying to go further up. And with the castle, I feels like that's what they were doing. They were trying to make progress. Like, definitely for me, like having more prestige. I don't know why that matters to them. To me, it feels like the cloak. I actually feel like I actually feel like they covered up. Like, that's to me like a mask. Trying to, like, it almost feels like they ran away a little bit, covering it up, covering their feelings and kind of just taking off. And that was a way for themselves to be protected. Like, they were, and but at the same time, I do feel like they feel like you're not talking to them, because this silence is really bothering them. And I know it probably doesn't make a lot of sense, because I feel like they are the ones who, like I said, walked away. But it's feeling visible, feeling like they're like you're not giving them attention, which I know. I don't, like, I get it. It makes no sense. Like, you're the one who went away. Like, well, why were you, like, I mean, maybe your energy is being directed towards something else, towards another person. So maybe they're just there complaining a little bit. We have 3 of these guys. Oh wow, look at that. Ooh. And those just came out. I wasn't gonna, like, I wasn't sure, but like as I was shuffling, they just came out. And they came out together. So yeah, friends, maybe you were friends, but they saw potential for more. Choices, yeah. The Hermit, yep, okay. So that's the Hermit. That might be the Tower too. They're going within themselves. Sorry, I'm just looking at the Emperor here on the 2 of Sticks here, and it's just telling me something interesting. Okay. All right, so I'm actually seeing here, what I'm seeing here is that, yeah, they saw this potential. Maybe you're friends. They saw potential for so much more, because you actually see 3 to the 10. And so, but what here I'm seeing here is that there was a choice here, right? And you actually saw there was a choice, the option. They had to choose, move forward, right? Take the Chariot, go forward with this. Or, but then doing so actually let them feel like it wasn't in their plan. Like, it's sort of like you were unexpected. They didn't expect you. You just came into their life. You kind of, I feel like threw them for a loop, because there was, like, this connection feels like it was very fast moving. Like, there wasn't, like, this, I would say, is very close to like love at first sight, or something very similar, like where it was just like an instant attraction, where it's sort of like whoof. And so you were not part of that plan at all. So they had to choose, like, do they choose the path, right? A totally different path with you, like something totally unexpected, something I almost feel like the total unknown, right? A path that they didn't even hadn't even thought of or formulated. And so they didn't choose it. They chose the Five of Cups. So they chose, I think, to walk away here. Like we actually see this. And then they go into this hermit, trying to understand, because it was just painful. Like if it was painful for you, it was painful for them too. But I feel like that's the important thing here with the hermit, is that they're understanding more of their power, the emperor. They're willing to take. They're now able to, like, actually, I almost feel like, okay, I can make my own reality. It's almost like I take action now. I choose, and they're choosing like this full energy, which is a new beginning, sort of like going off. And so they weren't willing to do that back then, but they are feeling like they are willing to do it now. There's a sense of needing to find this balance still within themselves, because I still think that they react a lot to external circumstances. There's still a very strong fear. Oh, what else? Page of Coins. Strength, yeah. The Cups, okay. One more. Oh, it's interesting. That one came out for other ones, but it's the Queen of Cups that I found interesting. 2 cups. You definitely feel like this is water signs, 100%. I'm like, this is water signs. So the Page of Coins, for me, it's actually understanding. They are understanding their own worth, maybe learning more about themselves. And I feel like that's what I'm seeing here with also this strength. Like, okay, they had issues with valuing themselves, which kind of is a recurrent theme throughout all these readings. But, and so once they're able to understand their true value, and maybe you are too, there's a sense of strength. You kind of heal, and that's when you can both face each other for real. And so why I found this, like, these 2 things is the Seven of Sticks. It's almost like, well, first of all, the balance is, this Temperance is all about divine timing. It's sort of like the divine timing to, wow, Seven of Sticks. It's finally, I feel like, so they're able to go on their own, how do I, like, am I saying, they're able to not follow what is expected of them. So they're able to be more of a nonconformist. And I feel like they weren't able to do that before. That's something that they're able to do now. I do want to see, what is it I wanted to actually see this? I wanted to see this Five of Cups. 4 of Swords, yeah, okay, resting. Like, this is the breakup, yeah, that's the breakup, the 4 of Swords. There was the breakup, silence. Can I get this? I want to see this 2 of Coins. Knight of Swords, okay. Finally taking action, right? But like I said, it for them, they need to start working on this. They react a lot to external influences, and I feel like it could be other people, but it's sort of like they're always reacting, not really acting on purpose. Does that make sense? And so I feel like that's something they're working on. 9 of Blades, 9 of Swords. What is this 9 of Swords doing here? The full energy here. And you're being hunted, haunted, actually not haunted, but with by the Queen of Cups, by you, by memories, by wanting to start over. This is something that they are scared about because they don't think it can happen, right? They think that you've moved on. Page of Coins. What is this Page of Coins doing here? The King of Swords and the 10 of Swords. Oh yeah. 10 of Swords. We end with abandon. Oh, so. So I'm going to say this. I hope, like I said, I hope it does make sense. So this 10 of Swords is actually kind of letting me know that it's almost like, so they are trying to learn to value themselves. Like I said, but it comes from after this 10 of Swords. So it feels like they were hurt in the past. I keep seeing like they always try to do, like, they always try to please people. Like, they always try to please people. And I think that they're finally getting that from the 10 of Swords. They learned that sometimes they're just not going to please people. Like, the King of Swords is actually more like, I'm going to make that decision, cutting things off that isn't being logical. And I have to say, like, thinking things through, I feel like they're, like I said, to me, it just feels like, to this point, I think they're like learning. It's like up to this point, they're very much reacting. Also, like, reacting especially to external circumstances and possibly external forces, like people's opinions and the such. Yeah. So tell me about the 7 of Sticks. Strength. Okay, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. They're finally able to, like, the strength, and they're working on it and being strong enough to actually be okay to go against what everybody else tells them, which is apparently very hard for them. They really didn't want to do that at all. And what is this balance, this temperance doing here? 10 of Pentacles, fulfillment, joy. And there still sort of seems like the, I'm sorry, like I always wanted, like, and there's the Star. We also have like the healing, that they're finally healing, and then there's the Chariot. They're finally moving forward. With this 10 of Pentacles, though, it's almost like going after the things that they value, right? Like, everything else, they did it. They wouldn't do it for themselves. I know it seems like they did, but they didn't do it for themselves. Wow. But they want to face you like an equal. They want to face you like with growth. They want to, like, with enlightenment, right? It's really just feels like them. And they want to tell you how they feel, like all of this. They want to accept your heart. Oh. Sorry if it was loud. I just got excited, and so when I shuffle all this, it sort of gets excited. Tell me more. So, what's karma? Karma just wants to come in here. So there is some sort of karma that they're balancing out. Maybe they're in a karmic relationship, or maybe they had a karmic relationship. There's again the sense of like solitude. Again, the Hermit kind of keeps coming through here. The Tower keeps coming through. Like, they're by themselves. They want to offer you an apology. They're looking for intimacy. They're looking for something more. They feel that you are the one and they are the one for you. Wow. Whew. And you are kind of like with this King and Queen. Music connection. Like, you have a music connection. This connection actually transformed them. There was a transformation for all of them. There's a sense of good fortune here. Like, they view you as good luck. Even though they've gone through a lot of things, there was also word connection. So there's like, this connection is multifaceted. Wow. So you connect on so many levels. They still have memories here. And it's so funny because it's sort of like good luck here. Good luck came in too, like good fortune, good luck. It's sort of like they're waiting for that, maybe for their luck to change, or they think that you're a good luck. So I feel like, the love is strong, my friends, and you transformed them and they transformed you, and there's more to come. Yeah, like I really want to say, like, yeah. I was asking, like, what is to come? It's like reconciliation of some kind. Giving each other your whole parts. Wow. Oh, that's so lovely. Okay, let's actually see what messages I have. Let's see and this is my soulmate whispers, and this is Red Hot Love, which is actually retiring, which is sad because this is like an amazing deck. Love it. And that's by V Love and Tarot, and this is my Sweet Love Oracle, which you can find on Etsy. Both of those you find on Etsy. All right, let's see what message. I'm gonna shuffle. Like, I'm actually gonna shuffle. So sorry if it's too loud. I apologize. I just wanted to get a really good So funny. Okay, and so I need to heal in order to, I need to heal in order for us to be together. I need to heal in order, yep, they're healing, right? My ears ache for the sweetness of your voice. I'm not ready for you yet, and I would only hurt you now. And so we're seeing that they're still going through this. They're in, like I said, we're still in the hermit mode for them. But I feel like there's a lot of growth happening there. Nothing happened by chance. We were meant to be. Like divine timing is at play here. I desire you and no one else can do. Sometimes I wonder if I'm crazy because I always feel your presence, and the harder I push you away, the stronger my desire for you is. I feel like that they pushed you real hard. Pushed you away real hard. So I guess they must have a lot of desire, which I feel like it is true, but they're not like they're expressing it here, but they really want to express it to your face in person when the timing is ready. All I see, all that I do, always reminds me of you. Wow. Will you reject me if I ask you to come back into my life? And that's the worries here. That Nine of Swords energy with that Fool and the Queen of Cups. They're so scared that if they were to ask you to come back, or like even just say, like, you know, just pop up into your life, that you would just flat out reject them. You may not believe me, but I love and care about you more than you know. Wow, my thoughts always loop back to you. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because it's just too sweet, and it's like I love this energy. I'm just like, is it just me, or I'm like, let's fast forward to the good part. Let's fast forward to the good part. The happily ever after. I know. I'm very much like that. Let's see. What advice can I give the collective of the farm? Love is all around you. There is love everywhere, all the time. Simply acknowledge this truth. And so, like, I feel like their love is always surrounding you, and your love is always surrounding them. And it's even like, what is this? Isn't it always like, what is there? All that I see, all that I do always reminds me of you. And so there's like, maybe you're not together, but the love is there, and you're each other. Ask for help. What do you really need? By willing to accept the support. So maybe you need to ask for help. Or maybe they're actually I almost feel like they need to be the ones who ask for help. So maybe that's more for them. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. So all the doubts, all the things, everything else, I feel like that's what I'm seeing here. It doesn't, like, it almost feels like everything, like any kind of obstacle that you may have had in your path together, it'll just kind of almost feel like it disappears. It's sort of like the only thing that matters is, or really is real, is love. And so shift your focus back on love. And so somehow that's what I'm saying. It's almost like it all comes down in here. And again, the world is a very important thing. We have the world like in the Two of Wands there, and then we have the Emperor. It's almost like understanding. I feel like what I'm getting the message here, and it might be like you can understand, see if it's for you, but it definitely feels it's for this person. This person got lost along the way. Their focus shifted to maybe like with that tower of trying to get higher, to try to like be more financially stable or to have more prestige of some kind. And I feel like that made them lose sight of what was important to them, which is this love, or what's important to us. And so, or maybe it's for you. Maybe right now you're so focused on things that aren't like really fulfilling you. And so what this message is like, really focus on the things that like make your heart excited. like, you know, make you excited to wake up every day. And so that's the focus you can do right now. And then I almost feel like the message I want to add to that is like trust that when you're meant to be, or when this is meant to happen, it will happen. Until then, don't focus on the worries, but focus on the love, just because you can feel it. Like, love is all around you. This person loves you. Like, you can feel it, and you love them. They can feel it. And so right now, maybe you're not together, but that doesn't mean that the love isn't there. So trust in that, if that makes sense. But I'm very grateful that I was able to read these cards. Such a beautiful reading. I'm very, very, very grateful. Thank you so much. If you know, I do personal readings. If you're interested in that at all, their information is down below, or you could go through Etsy and do it that way too. And I also do Reiki. Just putting that out there. Thank you so much for being here. It really does mean a lot to me. Hopefully, if you did find value in this, or if you enjoyed this, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing. And even if you don't subscribe, just keep an eye out for my videos. I love, you know, to have you come back and you know, spend more time with you. Thank you. I hope you have a super duper wonderful rest of your week or day. And until I see you in the next one, I'm sending so much love and so much light and a giant big old hug. Till then, goodbye, my dear friends.